One of the lists that I look forward to at the end of every year is seeing what people have as their top albums of the past year. Whether it be a top 5, top 10, top 3, or even just one single album, I love to compare. I love to see if we listen to the same album, and or if I know a song from the album I didn't fully listen to, and or what do I need to check out, because a lot of music gets released in a calendar year, and certainly I miss a lot of it. I love looking at my friends' lists, and I certainly have my own list. You know that because you're here. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, hope you're having a good day today. Hope your day is going well and hope it continues to go well. If you just want to know my top 5 songs of 2023, I'll link that video down in the description box below. Because today we are looking at just albums, and that is the key word of today: full-length albums, which means if something was released as a single, it does not count. And if something was released as an EP, it does not count as well. I'm sorry, Wake Up and It's Over, but not you today. We need full-length albums. And also, a new qualifier I'm starting to put in here is that if it's just a remastered, re-recorded version of an album that was put out in the past, we're not counting it. Sorry, our version by any artist out there. With that being said, here are my top 5 albums of 2023. And of course, let me know yours down in the comment section below. Let's get right into it. Starting this list off at number 5, it is Seeking the Source of Streams by Cicada. Now, I doubt many of you have heard Cicada. I didn't hear them before this year. My buddy Dave, he recommended me this album, and it's very unique to this list because it's our only album that's completely instrumental. The band is a violin, a cello, an acoustic guitar, and a piano. And don't let that steer you away, because this album genuinely is one of the most beautiful albums that was put out all year. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I teared up or cried while listening to this, because I was just so moved by all of this. Like, I was driving and like I would just start tearing up, or I'd be at work listening to it and like I'd just get a little teary-eyed. It's so good. If you just need something to chill out to and or like just some relaxing music, highly recommend Cicada, Seeking the Source of Streams. So many good songs in here. Encounter at the Puddle is great. Remains of Ancient Trees. That one's a 9-minute long song, but it's so good. And Seeking the Source of the Streams is 11 minutes, but is definitely really worth it. Check out the whole album. So pretty, so beautiful. Coming in at number 4, Austin by Post Malone. I absolutely love Posty. Posty is one of my favorite human beings alive today, and one of, if not my favorite pop artist. And I was very surprised to see he released an album this year, considering he released 12 Karat Toothache just last year, an album which I absolutely love. And this album, I was surprised with how much acoustic guitar was in it. And of course, as a guitar player myself, I absolutely fell in love with it. And I remember driving up to see Lovely and just putting this in the car for the drive to listen to and crying at a lot of the songs on there, like, because like a lot of the lyrics on this album hit super hard, hit super close to home for me. Absolutely love it, especially in those later songs such as Green Thumb and Laugh It Off. Oh, Laugh It Off is so good. Of course, Nova Candy is great, so is Chemical. However, Morning might be, it was in my Laugh It Off and Morning were in contention of my top 5 songs that were in the honorable mention category of that, because they are so good and I cannot stop Morning on repeat. It is one of the shortest songs, being at 2 minutes and 27 seconds, but still, it's such a good song for that. I love Posty and I want to cover his songs in the future on the channel. It's such a good album. Nextly, at number 3, it is Are We There Yet by James Marriott. This album so amazing, so good. The guitar tones in here, ridiculous. Definitely one of my favorite videos I've made on the channel this year was doing the full album listen through. It was so good. So good. And there is not a skip on this album. They are all certified bops. The tones are amazing. Over My Head, one of my favorite songs of this year. James Marriott is such a great songwriter, the king of building, as I call him in that video, because he just knows how to build a song. Keep building it till that final crescendo moment with all the hills and valleys in there. So Long's great. Don't Blame Me is such a great album closer. White Noise, Oh You Make Me Cry. Denial is great. The whole album is super, super good. I love it. I love it. I love it. And all, like I said, everything you want to see me listen to it for the first time, check out that video. I'll make sure to post it down in the description box below. But yeah, expect a couple guitar covers of these songs in the future as well. I cannot get over how good Over My Head is, though. Production wise, again, fantastic. Everyone kills it. And also, quick little fun fact, Are We There Yet was originally supposed to be my number 2. And then Dave, the same one who introduced me to Cicada, texted me and said, hey, I think I might have found Dance Gavin Dance, but better. And it messed up his top 5 albums and messed up my top 5 albums, because at number 2, it wasn't supposed to be like this, by the band Pulses. They are post-modern hardcore, and it's so good. There's a random ska song in this album. It is absolutely I've never heard of these guys prior to Dave telling me, yet I am an instant super fan now, cause lyrically amazing, vocally amazing. This guitar stuff that happens throughout this entire album is completely mind-blowing to me. Like I said, it really messed up my top 5. Messed up I think it was number 1 on Dave's albums, actually, for the year. It completely blew both of us out of the water. And I started recommending it to my coworker at work who likes the same music I do. I recommended it to Lovely and everyone. If you like postmodern hardcore, if you like Dance Gavin Dance, if you like Swancore, Idola, just check out Pulses. Super, super good. And Run the Ghouls, absolutely amazing. Loafers with the white socks, them Phones, Heaven or Helvetica. You can't go wrong with any song off of this album. Genuinely super, super amazing. And before we get into number 1, let's go ahead and take a look at some honorable mentions. Starting off with the album I said was going to be my album of the year back in 2022. Metallica 72 Seasons. Even though it is by one of my favorite bands of all time, only makes the honorable mention, showing you how powerful everything else that was released this year was. Hosier, Unreal Unearth, Covets with Catharsis, Chris Stapleton with Higher, You Got Shrezzers, Sex and Sax. No, genuinely, it's an amazing album. Highly recommend you go check it out. Ocean with Hallucine, and finally, Mammalian Sighing Reflex by Wilbur Soot. All those are absolutely amazing albums that I absolutely love. However, one album stood above them all. And if you watch my other top 5s I published this week, then you won't be surprised. Number 1, Take Me Back to Eden by Sleep Token. This album, man, I was doing a lot of gigging when this album came out. I was tired, I was burnt out, and I was jamming to Sleep Token's first 2 albums, Sundowning and This Place Will Be Your Tomb. And then, when Taking Back to Eden came out, I remember it was a very rainy day. I had to drive 30 plus minutes to go to my next gig and then drive in the night. And this album hurt. It cut me. Like, I cried several times throughout this whole album. And especially when it came to songs like Are You Really Okay? Where that is one of the it gets me every time with just how deep the lyrics are. And then you have amazing songs that just transform between genres, like The Summoning, that everyone knows about. The metal section, then it gets into the funky, sexy ending, but then you have stuff like Ascensionism that also does like soft piano, gets a little bit of more electronica in there, goes heavy, and then back down that soft piano. So many hills and valleys. You have Rain, which is something that goes super hard live with the drums and the clapping and the little chant Rain Down on Me at the end. Then you have the magnum opus, which is Take Me Back to Eden, which is amazing and phenomenal. And then you have Euclid at the end, and how it just ties the entire Sleep Token discography together. I can't tell you how many times I've cried while listening to the album Take Me Back to Eden this year, and how much Sleep Token has helped me get through a sucky year that was 2023. The biggest regret of this year, I didn't record my reactions to Take Me Back to Eden, because it would have involved a lot of crying and a lot of me understanding someone knows how I feel on the inside, something I haven't felt since I listened to 21 Pilots, where Vessel writes lyrics like he knows my life and knows how I feel more so than I know, and in the most poetic way possible. I can gush about Take Back to Eden all day. I highly recommend you check out the album, and you're going to see a lot more Sleep Token on this channel next year, because I'm planning to do the top 10 of my favorite songs by them, and I'm going to do more guitar covers of Taking Back to Eden. I want to do full covers on the channel, but yeah, no, Taking Back to Eden, album of the year, by far. Absolutely love it. But anyway, guys, that was my top 5. Let me know your favorite albums of 2023 down in the comments section below. And that was it. That was 2023. I'll see you all next year. And whenever we start doing at the beginning of January, I don't know yet. I don't have a plan. I'm just super tired because it's 1 a.m. now. But I'll see you all later. Goodbye. And good night. More importantly, have a good day. And I'll see you later.